Now, a second phase of the war in Ukraine has begun. That is according to President Zelensky.
Yes, Russia has been building its defences and still has advanced surveillance and electronic warfare systems, which it's been using to target Ukrainian forces. Here's our defence correspondent, Jonathan Beale.
It's getting harder to hide from the enemy. A trench not enough to avoid detection by Russia's electronic eyes and ears, trying to locate and intercept communications. Fire! So Ukraine's having to use the old alongside the new, an antique from another era, a wind-up phone.
What you're seeing here in this trench is 21st century technology being used, like iPads, giving them the targets, but at the same time, it's not that different to the First World War. They're using a hard landline. That's partly because the Russians in this area are using electronic warfare to try to find them and to block their signals too. There it goes.
This is the safest means of communication. It's impossible to listen in. Some Russian electronic systems can detect and intercept our mobile phones and radios. This technology is very old, but it works really well.
The widespread use of drones also makes it harder to hide. But Russia's electronic warfare assets are searching for Ukraine's drone army too. The hunter is being hunted. Alexei and his team are constantly having to work out ways to mask their position, using encryption and altering the geolocation. This drone flying over Russia's front line thinks it's somewhere in Australia, but it doesn't always work.
Our units might lose 3-4 drones a day, depending on the weather conditions, tasks, and the enemy's means. There might be radio electronic warfare stations or anti-drone guns that recognize a drone by sight or sound. They can transmit interference and interrupt communication.
Ukraine's own efforts to bring down drones can be more rudimentary. What looks like a bird in the distance is a Russian Orlan.
That's what you're hearing now, is just Kalashnikov fire trying to shoot down the drone, but it's flying too high.
Russia's using them to track communications and to direct artillery fire. But they haven't been able to stop Ukraine from getting its own bird's-eye view of the battlefield. It is, though, a constant threat.
They fly every day, every hour, every second, because they have got resources for that. They manufactured their own unmanned vehicles. We fight against it, but not as much as we'd like.
Russia has the advantage in electronic warfare and more drones, but it still can't gain control of the skies or defeat Ukrainian resistance and ingenuity. Jonathan Beale, BBC News, Eastern Ukraine.